Hey friends, it's Nikayla from the podcast Side Hustle Pro. I'm always looking for ways to keep my kids entertained without screens, and the Yoto Mini has been a total lifesaver. My kids are obsessed. Yoto is a screen-free audio player where kids just pop in a card and listen. Hours of stories, music, podcasts, and more, and no screens or ads. With hundreds of options for ages 0 to 12, it's the perfect gift they'll go back to again and again. Check it out at yotoplay.com. YOTOPLAY.com.
Who here loves when their nails are done perfectly? Me. I'm Sarah Gibson Tuttle, and I started Olive in June because let's be real, we all deserve to have gorgeous nails, but who wants to spend a fortune or half their day at the nail salon? That's why I created the Gel Mani system, so you can have that salon-quality gel manicure right at home. And guess what? The best part? Each mani only costs $2. Yep. You heard me, $2. No more $60, $70, $80 salon trips that eat up your day. Now you can paint your nails whenever you want, wherever you want, and trust me, you're going to be obsessed with your nails, and everyone is going to ask you where you got them done. And here's a little something extra. Head over to oliveinjune.com and get 20% off your first Gel Mani system with code DIYGEL20. That's code DIYGEL20 for 20% off your first Mani system at oliveinjune.com/DIYGEL20.
The kettle's boiled, Vic.
Great. Perfect timing. Just a dash of milk for me, please, mate.
Here you go. Shall we get started then?
Have you ever woken up on a Sunday morning and said, I'm never drinking again, and then found yourself waving $50 at a barman by happy hour?
Are you wondering why everyone else can stop at 1 while you head to a dodgy after-party with a weird bloke called Disco Dave? If so, it might be time to take a deeper look at your relationship with your reliable social crutch, alcohol.
On each episode, we'll investigate our own dysfunctional dealings with booze and find out if it's possible to stop this deeply ingrained habit before things get too messy.
Yep, we're going to open up a shame shed of humiliating drinking stories to help you understand why waking up from a booze coma each weekend with a kebab sticking out of your top pocket might actually be negatively impacting your health.
Hamish and I are here to delve into what it's like being sober, an unwanted warts and all look into why giving up those cheeky pints or putting down those mummy wines will make you feel happier, help your anxiety and mental health, and turn you into the most sparkly, authentic version of you.
Won't that mean I become boring though, Vic?
Well, Hamish, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm Victoria Vanstone.
I'm Hamish Adams-Cairns.
And this is Sober Awkward. Hamish, I can't believe it's December already, can you?
No.
Yeah, so well, the kids are growing up. It's like a time passing very clearly as they grow, isn't it?
I've just had this realisation that we are old.
Yeah.
We say things like, I can't believe it's December. And haven't the kids grown?
I know. And also I've started to make those noises when I stand up.
Have you?
Like, do you know those sort of granny noises? Just from standing up or just moving around or bending down, I'm like,
I've got to the stage that it's a stage of life that I know you've been in and enjoyed for a while, but I'm just entering it, which is really enjoying going to the bathroom just for a bit of time away from the family.
Just hiding in there. Yeah, I kind of hide in the airing cupboard sometimes, and sometimes in the aisles of Aldi. I will just, if John's got the kids, I'll just stay in there much longer than I'm supposed to. I'll just kind of squeeze some avocados until the security moves me along.
I struggle in the cold section of supermarkets, always have.
Oh yeah, it's just you get too cold.
Get too cold.
Yeah, the kids hate it. They're always like, they start shivering and get like blue lips. I'm like, it's only because we're near a freezer, like relax.
No, I'm with them. But if it's really hot, sometimes I like to go into, this is controversial, I sometimes quite like to go into bottle shops here. So obviously in Australia they've got bottle shops, you can't buy booze in supermarkets.
We don't recommend that if you're going sober.
No, I wouldn't. But they have these cold rooms in there. And if I'm very hot, I'll just go stand in one of those and look for non-alcoholic drinks for a while.
That's a good idea.
It's quite nice.
Yeah. We had a trip recently, didn't we, Hamish?
We do have this unusual relationship, Vic, where you and I go on trips without our partners.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
To foreign countries to do live shows.
It's our tradition, actually, isn't it?
It is. Well, actually, we should tell them what the real tradition is. So we do live shows.
Yes.
And then the next day, we have pamper days.
Yes, we
and
do.
Vic and I will spend a little bit of time Googling local spas or hot and cold bath places. And so we've done one in Melbourne. We've done one in Auckland.
Yes.
Actually, the one in Auckland was quite a plush hotel.
hotel.
Yes.
That we ended up staying in because our flight home got cancelled.
Yep.
So yes, we did have a trip, but the flight there, you wanted to start the episode talking about the flight there, which is quite dramatic.
It was dramatic because it nearly crashed. Well, I felt like but that is dramatic. I'm sort of exaggerating that a bit, but it was one of those landings where you feel like you're going to die, but there's nothing you can do about it. So you just have to sit there and pretending and hoping that you're not going to. The girl next to me was having a panic attack. I had to calm her down, and she puked into a bag.
She puked. I was sort of trying to fall asleep listening to music, and from my experience of this, she started puking, and by the time she finished puking, she knew what we did for a job.
Yeah.
So at some point in between heaves, Vic managed to sell her a book and say, we're here for a live show.
I did, yeah. I'm proud of myself. I've got to get. I don't care if someone's puking. I'm like, do you know who I am? Anyway, yeah, me and Hamish have a tradition, don't we, Hamish, of going away for secret weekends together without our partners.
Yeah, it sounds very sordid, doesn't it?
It's so weird. And actually, on the last one, we had to sleep in the same room, didn't we?
We did. The weird thing is, we always invite our partners, and they always say no.
No.
Why don't you come holiday with us? One of the flights is paid for.
No, they don't want to come with us.
interest.
It's just us on our own in weird cities over the world.
Weird
isn't it?
little couples holidays that we
so
go on with
odd.
each other. But no, one of the traditions that we did witness on our flight there, which was a very early morning flight, because when we go and do a live show, it has to be the cheapest flight available.
Yes.
Vic and I were up at 3 a.m. to get on this particular flight, and we were on the plane by about 7:45.
Yes.
The booze trolley came down.
The booze trolley came down at 7:55 it was. I looked at my watch.
It was also a cheap enough flight that the booze isn't included. On the flight home, the booze was included.
Yes.
On the flight there, it wasn't. And there was quite a lot of people.
I kept hearing beers being cracked open at
the
7:55 a.m.
Yeah.
Gosh, it is early, isn't it? It's quite confronting.
Well, that is exactly what we're going to be talking about today, which is traditions.
Yes.
And there's nothing quite like drinking on the start of a holiday at an airport or on an aeroplane as a bizarre drinking tradition that we partook in for years.
Yes, I totally did. Yeah, I love drinking
There's
on planes.
no judgment.
But it is. It's like an ingrained tradition, isn't it, Hamish? I heard a funny quote this week, which was, "Traditions are peer pressure from dead people."
It's true, isn't it? It's funny and true.
It's funny and true.
They don't care. They're dead.
Yeah, they don't care, but they're sort of influencing us still from beyond the grave, aren't they? I mean, some aspects of tradition are, of course, extremely important because they help maintain continuity between generations, allow cultures to share their heritage with others, and can be used to teach people about their history. So we're not talking about those traditions.
We're certainly not talking about them.
Because that would be very controversial if we started to slag those off.
Do we do an episode on that?
Yeah, no. Traditions help keep languages and cultures alive by providing a way for people to communicate their identity to others.
Today, we're going to question traditions that perhaps are not so helpful, ones that don't represent our cultures and that typically involve alcohol.
Yep, you know, those times when you feel like you can't say no because it's deeply ingrained, like Uncle Jack's funeral or Christmas morning, which is coming up very soon, at the baptism or the wedding, or simply because you're in a situation where you've always done it. We want to find out why these traditions started and how to say no when the pressure is on.
Yes, we get lots of emails about people relapsing due to giving in when confronted with a tradition. It might be the legendary annual lads' weekends too awful to consider when booze is off the menu, or some other ridiculous excuse. So can you still go? You'll find out later in this show.
I hope so, Hamish. We're not going to tell them they can't go
You
to the
can't
lads'
go.
weekend. Yeah,
Sorry,
you can't go. We've
off.
told you can't go, so
We
you can't
called
go.
the lads. We
Yeah.
said, you're not coming.
Yeah, Dave
you're
said
boring.
it's a no-no. Before we find out our own experiences of this, let's see how many boozy traditions we can think of.
Easy.
Hamish, I thought we'd start with some obscure international traditions and then get into some more common ones closer to home.
Okay. What should we call this section? Do we call it International Booze Baggery?
Yes, excellent. Let's do that.
Booze Baggery?
International Booze Baggery. Welcome to the International Booze Baggery competition. That's a good voice, isn't it?
It's quite a good voice. Okay, keep that in the memory. We'll use that for another time.
Turn up with the tombola.
International Booze Baggery. I still remember the accent. I can't remember how to... International Booze Baggery. And then we'll be in. Okay.
Oh, God.
Shall I start off by taking you to Germany?
Yes, please do.
Okay, there's a pre-wedding drinking practice where the groom's best man is honoured, interesting use of the word honoured,
Yes.
with a task of mock kidnapping the bride-to-be while leaving subtle hints for the groom to find her.
Right.
I can't believe this.
So weird.
Right, until he does, the bride-to-be and her kidnapper can drink until the groom shows up to rescue his bride and pay the bill. Nowadays, this ritual is more common in villages.
There you go. Go and live in
Insane.
Germany. The booze rituals around the world are completely crazy.
I wonder
Hamish.
how many best mans have slept with their best mate's
That's
bride-to-be.
exactly what I thought. Yeah, there's going to be a groom walking in on that, isn't
So
there?
not only am I walking into my best man shagging my wife, but I
Yeah.
have to pay the bill.
Yeah. Also, you just hide somewhere really good, don't you? So he doesn't find you. Just keep boozing all day.
26 years we've been getting pissed on his money.
People in the Czech Republic take their drinking traditions very seriously.
Okay.
Here, eye contact is a must while you are seated at a table and drinking. Moreover, crossing arms with anyone while lifting the glass to toast must be avoided at all costs, and spilling the drink is considered a sin.
Wow.
Yep.
Icelanders. I have heard Icelanders are pretty heavy drinkers.
Yeah.
They love alcohol so much that they dedicated 2 holidays to it.
Okay.
March the 1st, that's beer day.
I love it. I love that the first one is just beer day. Now tell me what the second one is.
Oh, very easy. The second one, it's in August. It is the drunkest weekend of the year, and its name is Verslamna Helgi.
Beer day and Verslan Marlem Min Mada Helgi.
Yeah, that's it. I don't exactly know what that means.
I don't,
but
but-
luckily I'm good at speaking. Is it Icelandic?
Yeah, I should think so.
Let's
It's
go with
Icelandic. Yeah.
Icelandic.
The Dutch have adapted the headbutt method for drinking whiskey.
Okay, explain.
The no hands process involves bending from the waist to take a sip before straightening up and chasing with beer.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the
a
hands-free.
style, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I've done that before.
Yeah.
The drinking game Kupa is treasured in Greece. When someone is summoned, they must drink the contents of their glass and kiss the bottom for good luck.
Not their bottom.
The bottom. The
The
bottom of
bottom.
the glass?
I think the bottom of the glass.
Or was there just a bottom on the wall?
Just kiss a bottom. Yes, kiss a bot. I've also had a few chat with some beer-loving ex-rugby players here in Australia. We did this week, didn't we? Hey, we met that guy. Where drinking traditions actually run rife. There's a thing here called Mad Monday where rugby supporters drink non-stop for 1 week and do naked jousting. I think it's something you'd do, Hamish, wouldn't you? You'd probably enjoy that.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Also in Ukraine, you steal the bride's shoe and drink vodka from it. In Russia, where they drink about 14 litres of pure alcohol every year, as an individual, not as a country, you are not allowed to have an empty vessel. It's rude, so you have to hide them under the table instead of trying to keep up.
The shoey. I'd forgotten that.
shoey.
The shoey. That's big
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, isn't it that rapper, that singer, the one with the tattoos on his face?
Yeah, Post Malone?
Post Malone, yeah, he does the shoey,
Does
doesn't he?
It's a big
Yeah.
Aussie thing.
Yeah, but so what you're doing is you're drinking out of somebody's shoe that's had sweaty feet
Well,
in
you've
it.
just talked about the bride, but bride would be wearing quite a nice new pair of shoes.
Yeah, she's probably got not smelly feet.
No,
but I
I'm
can't
talking
imagine
about
Post Malone's feet smell very nice.
Like DJs do it.
Yeah,
It's
why?
sort of like, Aussies love it.
It's gross. Don't
Yeah,
do
but
that,
that's the
everybody.
point. Well,
Yeah.
New Zealand, they've got Crate Day. We only just learned about this. So Crate
yes.
Day is an unofficial celebration, unsurprisingly, held on the first Saturday of December every year.
So
it
that's
might
this
be
weekend.
about when this is coming out.
Yeah.
Participants set themselves the challenge of finishing a crate of 12 745 millilitre beer bottles between midday and midnight.
Okay.
How did that start?
So everyone in New Zealand and everyone around the world looks forward to these traditions
Yeah.
because basically it's a massive excuse to get pissed. But then you go sober and then what the fuck are you supposed to do on these days? It's really confronting,
Well,
isn't
we're
it?
thinking about going to New Zealand on Crate Day.
Yes, we do.
Doing some sort of sparkling water crate
Yeah, anti-crate.
counter challenge. Yeah.
I don't think ours would be very popular.
It sounds dull.
It
Yeah.
does.
Maybe we just get off our nut on Starbursts or something.
Yeah, maybe we just won't go.
No,
'Cause we'll get shunned from New Zealand, won't we? Yeah.
I want to hear about drinking traditions that you personally have been involved in. You've taken me
Okay.
around the world. Now I
Yeah.
want to hear you specifically.
Back to Australia. Okay. Throughout my life, Hamish, I used to make drinking traditions up.
Okay, go on.
I had one where you had to drink a shot of whiskey when you came home from a nightclub, and we'd all sit around. We'd get a bottle of Glenfiddich from the offie the night before, because we knew we'd get back at about 4 a.m, like completely off our tits. And we'd be like, let's play the Glenfiddich game, which was that you had to pour each other a shot, and then you had to neck it, and then you had to hand out the glass and say, please, sir, can I have some more?
Yes.
And then you had to take another shot. And it was the most disgusting thing because you were already kind of in the stages of a hangover. But it was a tradition that I had with me and my mates that we all thought was hilarious.
Did you finish the bottle? You
just kept going. You smoked loads of massive spliffs as well.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't remember your own name or who you were anymore after about an hour. And then you'd have to hopefully pass out because you'd completely lost
I think that would
your
ruin
brain.
Oliver Twist for me.
Yeah, it ruined everything for me, I can tell you that. I've had holiday drinking hats before.
Yeah.
That was the tradition that I had. Sombreros, doing tequila shots, and just wearing weird sort of straw hats when I was drinking. Yeah. I thought that made me like a hardened sort of sailor type character. I'd be like, give me my drinking hat.
I understand.
Yeah, it was good. There was a good times. I had the tradition of lighting Sambuca shots and always getting that big blister on my hand. I went to church for friends' communions and drank red wine, which was apparently the blood of Christ, which I found a little bit far-fetched, of course. But I did go to church with friends so that I could get pissed, and I'm guessing I was part of a tradition while I was there.
That was a bit... So I went to a Catholic school, and it was always kind of a joke, like, can you neck the wine? But the tradition is you have a tiny sip, and it's the blood of Christ, and you're already kind of hungover and tipsy and mischievous.
Neck the cup,
and
neck the cup. Yeah.
And then they have to walk off and refill it. You know, it's like 700 students at my school.
Yes.
So they have to go refill it because this twat's necked it. And you walk back like a legend.
He's necked the cup. The priest is going to be pissed off.
Yeah.
God, that is the most private school thing I've ever heard.
Sorry.
I always felt like I couldn't say no in other countries because it was part of their deeply ingrained tradition.
I feel that now.
Yes, I feel that now too. Yeah. Like I find that hard when it's part of their culture is a drinking ceremony of some sort. That is tough.
Okay, so a few that I've got, you wait until you've heard middle. You thought I was middle class before, you wait. So there's one where there's never putting the port glass down when it's passed around the room. I think it's either the bottle or the glass or both. If it's going around the room, it's not ever allowed to be put on the table.
Okay.
That was one. Slow gin when shooting. Yes. Yes, Vic. I knew you'd enjoy that.
Shooting what? Pigeons?
Pigeons, pheasant, duck.
Did you actually go shooting, Hamish? This is controversial here. We're going to lose listeners.
Loads of times.
Really?
Very posh upbringing.
I'm very disappointed in you.
I don't know how I feel about it. In fact, my dad got me into it and he's now given up. So he's, I think, even seen that this is...
wrong.
It's an interesting thing to call sport. But yeah, huge drinking tradition in shooting.
Red wine? Whiskey, slow gin. Interesting.
Because I know I always did it like Christmas, January, February, it's bloody freezing.
Yeah.
And so you get out there and you would, in between drives, you know, a few drives, every drive is different.
Yeah.
You would have a break and you'd have slow gin and you'd have sausages or whatever. And then big boozy lunch. And then it's only a huge piss up. But yeah, guns and alcohol.
Wow.
That's what we're mixing there. But yeah, I haven't been to a shoot for some time. The credit card game when paying for shots. You ever do that?
Yeah.
Big round of shots. You let the barman or woman choose which credit card. You all hold them out. He chooses one, they get the round. Drinking time, every time we meet up with my group of mates in Sydney, we play Slap Cup. You know that one?
Yep.
Beer pong. Every time you see them, it's a big game of that. I love those games. I think even if you're not drinking, those are just fun games.
Yeah, they're good games. You can just down a glass of
ginger
fizzy water
beer or something.
Yeah, it's not quite as fun, is it?
It's not quite as fun, but it is good.
Yeah.
I avoided uni sports teams.
Yes.
And actually, I didn't have a stag do because I didn't like the drinking cultures that came with them.
So tradition really, Hamish, is something. It's just something that's been going on for ages, isn't it? Is that really? I wonder what the definition of a tradition is.
I think particularly in like sporting teams or in the army, we're going to make you do something awful together, and we are going to bond over the fact we've got this shared horrible experience of, you know, it might be drinking piss or puke or a drink that's got 9 different beers and 6 different shots in it and you've got to down it and you're a wimp if you don't. And I think there's this idea of like, we are going to become a closer team and a closer unit by sharing this fucking miserable thing like drinking puke.
I'm going to put it out here, Hamish. I know you're quite posh.
Sure.
Do you think traditions are more prevalent in posh people? I think they're more interested in history than the average Joe, wouldn't you think?
I know what you're saying, but I think when it comes to drinking,
just
there
everyone's
is no
looking
class.
for an excuse.
We're all just
The riffraff can join in with the poshos when we're pissed.
You're lucky to drink my puke. It's got some high-end port in it. What about the traditional environments, though, Vic? Places where you felt like you had to drink to be there. Places where if you didn't, you felt like the organisers might be offended.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing, isn't it? Another tradition is that you feel like you have to do something because somebody's organised it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like Steins of Lager at German beer festivals, Pimms at Henley Regatta, Bucks Fizz on Christmas morning, last night of the proms, Eurovision, football, any sport, as you said, horse racing especially, most UK sports event, especially football, especially the European Cup.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or the World Cup, or really any England game.
Any England game. Usually commiserating, I will say.
Yes, we don't win.
Usual events like funerals, weddings and big birthdays. I think the main and oldest tradition in the UK, Hamish, has to be just the simple pub.
Yeah.
Like a pub in itself is a tradition, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's been there forever. I mean, when were pubs invented? Like in the 12th century or something? Like pubs have always been there. It's just a tradition to even enter one and have a beer in one. So no wonder we all go to them all the time and feel like we need to drink. It's like a feeling of coziness and togetherness. There's a tribal sense when you go to a pub. There are so many different aspects of it that are appealing when you're a drinker, aren't they?
There's a whole episode in the pub, I reckon.
There is.
There's the annoying thing about pubs is that I still love them.
Yes, me too.
I love particularly the English ones, and
Yep.
it's cosy and it's warm and it's talking to strangers and
Yeah.
it's friendships and it's fireplaces.
Yeah.
But it's also a place where we all get fucking hammered.
I think we should do an episode on how we can learn how to just be in pubs, because I do love being in pubs too, and I love that they're kind of drenched in history when you go to England. I love that. But being in one can be so super triggery for someone that's sober, but I think we can still go to them and enjoy it and enjoy those aspects of it that we love. I don't know.
If you're ready.
If you're
you can do
ready,
it.
yeah.
Talking about pubs, Vic, what was your local?
Mine was the Rising Sun in Reading when I was sort of a teenager. It was the Miller of Mansfield and the John Barleycorn.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
classic
were they like
names.
classic pubs?
Yes.
Are they sort of dingy Weatherspoons? What-
The Rising Sun was the Dingy Weatherspoon. That was where we used to go fake ID,
Yep.
DJ, that sort of night.
Hey friends, it's Nikayla from the podcast Side Hustle Pro. I'm always looking for ways to keep my kids entertained without screens, and the Yoto Mini has been a total lifesaver. My kids are obsessed. Yoto is a screen-free audio player where kids just pop in a card and listen. Hours of stories, music, podcasts, and more, and no screens or ads. With hundreds of options for ages 0 to 12, it's the perfect gift they'll go back to again and again. Check it out at yotoplay.com. YOTOPLAY.com.
Who here loves when their nails are done perfectly? Me. I'm Sarah Gibson Tuttle, and I started Olive in June because let's be real, we all deserve to have gorgeous nails, but who wants to spend a fortune or half their day at the nail salon? That's why I created the Gel Mani system, so you can have that salon-quality gel manicure right at home. And guess what? The best part? Each mani only costs $2. Yep. You heard me, $2. No more $60, $70, $80 salon trips that eat up your day. Now you can paint your nails whenever you want, wherever you want, and trust me, you're going to be obsessed with your nails, and everyone is going to ask you where you got them done. And here's a little something extra. Head over to oliveinjune.com and get 20% off your first Gel Mani system with code DIYGEL20. That's code DIYGEL20 for 20% off your first Mani system at oliveinjune.com/DIYGEL20.
But the John Barleycorn was the Tudor building, low beams, clippy door handles, you know, like the old
Yes.
farmhouse door handles, shiny, the brass overflow things with the holes in.
On the bar?
On the bar, so that
Okay,
when they put the
yes.
pint down,
Yep,
like it
yep.
overflows and
Yep,
you have
yep,
the
yep.
dregs.
Yep.
Yeah, it had
That
those.
tray, yeah.
And metal tankers.
Are they still open, those three?
Yes, they're still
Oh,
open.
that's
Yeah, they've
nice.
been open for hundreds of years, those places. What was your local?
So mine was, it's actually a Chinese restaurant / pub. It was the only place that would serve us growing up.
Yeah.
I was there like young. That was called Traders in Clapham.
Yes.
Now it's called the Old Town Tavern. It sounds a bit classier, the
Yeah.
Old Town Tavern.
Yeah.
It was Traders.
They just put new
Chinese
carpets
place.
in, did
Oh
they?
yeah, same
Yeah.
owner. That was my local, but that was the closest place that I could get served. My local was called the Crown and Sceptre, which is on Streatham High Road, opposite the McDonald's,
Yeah.
where Brixton High Road turns into Streatham High Road. I think to this day it boasts, it is, I think, one of the cheapest Weatherspoons in London.
Yeah.
It was a proper dump, and it had rooms. I was like, what are the rooms here like?
Dumps were better, weren't they?
Yeah. That place was proper piss stained
carpets.
Yeah.
The Bedford, where we did a live show earlier this year in Balham, that is now, I suppose, my closest also comedy venue, so I could get both the drinks and the laughs. But my favourite of all time, actually my favourite in London is the old Tattershall Castle. That's on London Bridge, right on the Thames. But my favourite in the world is called the Star in Hareham in Yorkshire. It's got like the a thatched roof, which actually burnt down last year. My favourite pub in the world burnt down, and now they're rebuilding it. Yeah. Low ceilings,
love it.
Dogs inside, fireplace,
pork scratchings.
I love that. The Star in Hareham's also got Michelin star food. That one.
Isn't it funny how we're almost like slobbering over the thought of a pub?
Well, I think what I enjoy about a pub is not the alcohol.
Yeah.
It's like I said earlier, it's the warmth, the dim lighting, the dogs in there.
Yeah.
Like the conversation.
The Britishness
of it. Good food. It's all of that.
It's because we don't live there anymore and we just reminisce about what pubs meant to be.
That might be it. We do romanticise about it living abroad.
It's a bit like the drinking fantasy. We're going like, when we were in pubs, we were just there like looking at all these sort of specific bits of the pub that we love, but actually we were just probably passed out in the corner dribbling and singing Auld Lang Syne. Yeah, I don't know. I think the fantasy is clear, isn't it? And it actually probably wasn't that when we were then.
There's a chance.
Yeah.
Even just talking about pubs is enough to get me craving a pint. So you can hear how triggery drinking traditions can be, especially to someone that just got sober. Okay, so a few others that I thought I'd add to that were the darts, which I think to this day is the booziest sporting event that I've ever been to. I went there for my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
Fantastic night out, but insane drinking.
Eric Bristow.
Who's that?
He's a darts player, massive darts player.
Now it's all about Luke Littler.
Luke Littler. Oh, yes.
He's like
the Littler.
18 or something.
Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah, he's good.
So, yeah, I would say the darts. I thought the cricket was a boozy event. Nothing on the darts. And the darts is much shorter. You're there for a couple of hours and you're drinking 8 pints of any football. Yeah. Whether or not you're watching England playing or me, I've been in 5-a-side teams or 11-a-side teams. Always you drink for more time than you play football for. Yeah. Comedy clubs. Oh, yes, so I worked at comedy clubs throughout uni. You've got to be like, you almost have to be drunk to watch live comedy, it seems. We make a fortune on the bars at comedy clubs. And then Paddy's Day. I used to fly to Dublin every year for Paddy's Day. Yeah. I would say, obviously Paddy's Day in Dublin's a cracker. Anywhere, Paddy's Day, we like to celebrate, don't we? People who have never even been to Ireland. I had a hugely boozy Paddy's Day in Hobart, which might geographically be pretty much as far from Dublin as you can get. Yeah. But we go hard on Paddy's Day.
I would also say just going to an Irish pub, wherever you are in the world, it almost feels like you're respecting the Irish charm by going to the pub and drinking, because that's what Irish people would want you to do. So you do it no matter where you are and what you're doing. There's a day every single year or an excuse everywhere you go with a tradition that you feel like, okay, right, this is an excuse for me to drink, so I'm going to go and be part of the tradition, and that makes my drinking okay. So sometimes I wonder if it's kind of like making an excuse just to get heavily pissed and saying, right, oh, well, they've said I should do it, and this has been going on for years, so therefore it's okay. It's almost like making it functional.
Yes, I think as much as we can blame drinking traditions, I think when we are drinkers, we are looking for traditions. We are creating traditions. We are giving in to traditions. Like Paddy's Day means nothing to you or I, but we will happily get drunk every Paddy's Day.
Absolutely. I wouldn't even know what Paddy's Day was if it wasn't a drinking event.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder though, Vic, are we using traditions as an excuse to get on the terps, or are we really trying to fulfil some sort of ancient ritual? I think we know. I think we know the answer to this question.
I'm fulfilling ancient rituals, Hamish. Did you know?
I'm just a history lover.
Yeah. I know for a fact I didn't really care what the tradition was. Yeah. I was in St. Patrick's Day, a change in the weather. Because it was King Henry VIII's birthday, it didn't matter. It made no difference to me. All I cared about was fulfilling the tradition and getting pissed. Do you think it made things easier thinking you were fulfilling an old age ceremony, Haim?
I didn't even think about it.
No,
it was just an excuse. Any excuse to get excited and go for it. Yeah. That's what I was looking for.
I guess it makes it a bigger day if you're not just going to the pub. It's like, well, I'm not just going to the pub today like I do every day. I'm going because it's bar.
It's a bank holiday. Yeah.
It makes it more fun.
King's birthday. I'd also say, with some of these traditions, I feel like they infiltrate even non-drinkers.
Yeah,
so to give you an example, like no one drinks less than my parents.
Yeah.
Honestly, neither of them have ever been drunk, certainly not in my lifetime. Even they are having champagne at breakfast on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So then you're like, well, even they're doing it.
It's Christmas Day.
I can crack on,
Yeah. it seeps into everyone. So that's the problem here. That's what we want to discuss, is that it's going to seep into you even though you're sober. And that can feel quite scary. So, yeah, we keep on boozing because it feels like the right thing to do and because we're told by people that are long gone.
It feels like ending a tradition is not respecting the people that came before us. Or the religion or a country or environment, sport, culture, whatever it is. It's like we will offend the ghosts from the past and rob this tradition from the future. No one really cares if the tradition's healthy or not.
Yeah, I hope those drunken ghosts don't come back and force a shot of absinthe down our throats, Hamish. That wouldn't be very nice. I'm not sure that I can cope with a spooky hangover anymore. Actually, what do you call drunken ghosts, Hamish?
Go on.
Methylated spirits.
Is that one of yours? That sounds like a bit of a Christmas cracker.
No, that was my one.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a drunk... You know, I was doing what I do.
Just thinking of shit puns.
Yeah.
How do you feel about drinking traditions now then, Vic? Like, do you still find it hard when you are faced with one? Or do you see through it?
Well, especially when I'm away. Do you remember I went to Italy last year and they kept giving me the limoncellos?
Because it's free and it's the end of every meal, and they're usually like, it was made with my auntie's recipe.
Yeah, but the guy was literally like, I said to him, I don't drink. And he was still like, no, limoncello, not alcohol, really. He was like saying it was so traditional that it almost made it not alcohol, even though it was. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm not looking forward to going to France because the tradition there obviously runs deep.
Really? So it affected the way you feel about the country?
Well, I will be avoiding the towns of Cognac, Burgundy, Champagne, Bordeaux. I think I'll be heading... Is there a town called Perrier?
Yeah, probably.
There must be, mustn't there?
I think I'll go water.
there. Yeah. Is that your French accent right there?
No, I'm actually pretty good at French accent.
I know you are. Yes.
It's funnier to be bad at
that.
That
was bad. I actually like feeling rebellious now, Hamish, and going against tradition. It feels quite radical. Actually, I'm starting to wonder if I just entered into traditions to hide a drinking problem. Now, that's the nitty-gritty of it, isn't it, Hamish? Perhaps I was just doing it just because I wanted to get pissed. I think that's just simple reason, isn't it? I think they were just invented so no one ever has to stop and question their drinking habit.
I think you might be right. I think when it's a traditionally boozy day, your problem drinking is hidden because everyone's getting pissed with you.
Yeah.
So it might be the one day of the year that you're like, hey, I'm like everyone else.
Yeah, it's
I don't
like
have
that.
a problem. Like
Totally.
Gary from accounts is fucked.
Yeah.
I can't have a problem.
I guess we all just say it's a tradition and kind of carry on with it. We become one of those boozy ghosts.
What did the ghost say when it woke up with a bad hangover?
Oh, God, really?
Man, I really need to lay off the booze.
Oh, that was quite a good one, Hamish. Booze, very good. How do you feel, Hay, when you're at the centre of a drinking tradition now? Have you ever had to headbutt that Dutchman?
No, I've not actually been to Deutschland. I haven't had to do that. Deutschland. The only one that I have found myself in the middle of whilst sober has been Christmas, weddings, New Year.
Yeah.
And despite my fears, actually none of them have been that bad. I have felt a little bit isolated or left out at times, but I kind of feel like it's my responsibility to overcome those feelings rather than feeling sorry for myself.
Yeah.
So I go in like, look, it's on me. I made the decision to be sober, so I am going to force myself to enjoy this or find ways to enjoy it or not let it get me down or get pissed off with the whole thing. So I actually look forward to those days now. They're sort of the same as any other day.
Yeah.
I don't dread them. It's very easy to dread these days. You look at your calendar as a sober person, you go, fuck, I've got 4 weddings.
Yep.
I've got Paddy's Day where I'm going to be in Dublin. We're going to Champagne for a wedding. I'm going to white knuckle those days. And I think in time, I don't really think about them too much anymore.
Yeah.
Sort of look forward to them as I would any other celebration.
Same here. I think it's about mindset, isn't it, with traditions? Like, you can see it as an excuse for everyone else to get drunk. That's fine. Like, do what you want to do. But for me, I see those traditions as opportunities just to have a laugh with my mates and to go for a certain amount of time and leave when I want to and have boundaries and all those other things that come with sobriety. It doesn't matter what it is. I think we can maybe rename a tradition. Usually they are some sort of celebration. So it means it's going to be full of joy, perhaps. And there is going to be people drinking there, but maybe you can change your mindset on it and go in there going, well, this is just going to be fun. I might leave a bit earlier than everyone else. I'm not going to puke on someone's shoes, and that's the end of it. So you can look forward to traditions just like the drunk person would.
We've tried to think of any traditions that don't involve alcohol, and we were both kind of scratching our heads. I've got 1 or 2. So actually our Christmas tradition in Liz's family is to have a quiz.
Yes.
There's 0 drinking involved. It's not like, the loser drinks. Last year's winners write the quiz. It's kind of suitable for children and adults.
Perfect. I love a
very
quiz.
PG, fun.
Yes.
It's not intellectual. It's very basic and fun.
Yeah.
Children's birthdays. There's really no alcohol at children's birthdays.
Yep.
I'm sure that parents get pissed once the day is done because you've had the stress of hosting 30 children.
Yep.
But it's not normal to serve alcohol at children's birthdays, so I think that is a healthy, sober tradition.
I think, Hamish, wait till Sonny's a bit older because the beers are coming out at parties now.
Well, I have worked at kids' parties
Of
for
course,
years,
yeah.
and I've never really seen drunk parents at them.
Have you worked at them in Australia, though? The dads
not
come.
many.
Yeah, the dads come with tinnies to parties. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Afternoon
that
parties,
that one might not be as good as I
I've
thought.
destroyed it.
The only tradition that doesn't involve alcohol that I could think of,
Yes.
soberversaries.
Of course.
Soberversaries.
Yeah.
It would be very frowned on for someone to turn up with booze at that.
Yeah,
Have you got
would.
any?
I mean, I was scratching my head at this one, Haim. Do we have anything that's distinctly ours? And how do we celebrate to mark an occasion that isn't as much about the tinnies as the traditions? Like, that's the hard thing, isn't it? I can't think of many things. I thought of Morris dancing, but that's actually pub-based.
Yeah. And
Drinking
Irish.
tea.
Drinking tea. Yeah, it's a very British tradition.
That is a tradition, isn't it, I would say. Eating a full English breakfast.
Yep.
That's a tradition. Maybe to get rid of a hangover,
Well,
though.
that's it. You
Yeah.
combine it with the Bloody Mary and you get rid of a hangover.
Guy Fawkes night was the only one I could think of. I don't remember much boozing going on then, do you?
Not particularly boozy
No.
night. But it's fucking cold and miserable in England at that time
Yeah,
of
but
year.
I don't remember going to the pub on that one. In Australia, the Bunnings sausage sizzle isn't very boozy, is it?
Okay, yeah, good. These are all sort of things that happen in the morning. It's maybe
Yeah.
morning tradition. Liz said baptisms.
Oh,
I was like,
yes.
I think they probably
Wet
turn
the
into a
baby's
piss
head.
head. I think they turn into a piss head.
Yeah, and you wet the baby's head, which means that you go out for drinks afterwards. Yeah. I think here in indigenous cultures, they have lots of rituals and ceremonies that don't involve alcohol. I was also going to say Anzac Day here, but everyone goes to the pub and plays two-up.
Oh, it's the biggest piss up of the year.
After the dawn service. So the dawn service is alcohol-free, but then it's the biggest piss up of the
Okay,
year.
so what I think you're onto something though. Anzac Day here, huge piss up.
Yeah.
But Remembrance Day in England, I
Not.
don't think that's a piss up.
No, I don't think it is,
It's not
actually.
even a public holiday, is it? It's just
No.
whatever day it falls on.
Yeah.
November 11th.
Honestly, most traditions seem to involve stinking alcohol. It's a shame, really, isn't it? So what can a sober person do when these events occur? Let's use the classic Aussie barbecue as an example,
Sure.
Haim. You get there, everyone is cracking a stubby, you just won the soccer, it's the host's birthday, you're reminiscing about Jack who died in World War II, the sun's out, the drinking hats are on. How on earth do you say no?
It's a tough one. So the first thing to remember is that you don't need an excuse not to drink.
Yes.
It is your choice. You can say no and you don't have to say anything more than that. You might get questioned. They might badger you. They probably will badger you, to be honest. But you don't need to explain yourself.
There's a very wanky one here, which is exercise before you go out. But I do know what it means. Like if you go for a run or do something really full on before you go to something, it's going to kind of wear off all of that energy and it won't feel so intense. Exercise can put you in a good mood and give you a burst of energy that you can carry over into the event.
That's always helped me with cravings.
Yes.
Is exercising in the morning.
Massive
Then
wank.
I seem to have huge
Wank.
wank in the morning.
Yes.
So when I say exercise, obviously I mean wank.
Yes.
So huge wank,
So
out
just
and
remember
about.
that just in
I track
future-
it on my Strava.
Yeah. Future podcast. If Hamish says exercise, he means wank.
Yeah. And I find that if I do wank hard enough in the morning,
Yes.
then I make positive dietary decisions throughout the day and I'm less likely to have a craving for booze. Because I've done the good thing for me.
Yes.
Big ferocious wank. You're fucking childish.
It does mean exercise.
Finally, plan your no in advance, okay? It might be as simple as having a few in your back pocket, answers to the why aren't you drinking question.
I've got a brilliant one here,
Go on.
Hamish. No thanks.
No way. Genius.
Do, do, do.
No thanks.
No thanks.
Okay, I can see what you mean.
Yeah, no thanks.
No thanks is
That's
good.
it, that's
Polite
it.
and to the point.
No
I'm
thanks.
giving my liver a break.
Yeah, that's pretty fair, isn't it? I have to be up early in the morning, so I'd better not.
Yeah, that's always good.
We're doing
Something about
really
I'm driving.
lame ones, aren't we?
Have you tried dealing with my kids on a hangover?
Yeah, that's
Any
fair.
parent will get
Yeah.
that. Keep a non-alcoholic drink in your hand. It's harder for people to offer you a drink if there is already one there.
Yes.
Quite a good tip, this. And it's less likely that they'll ask you questions about why you're not drinking.
And actually avoid people who will tempt you. If there are people at the event who you know will encourage you to drink, think about avoiding them where possible.
Yeah, we're always pro-avoiding people.
We are.
Stay engaged. If you start feeling alienated being around people drinking, make sure you stay engaged. Avoid being glued to your phone, start up a conversation, get some food, grab another non-alcoholic drink, or dance, if dancing's your thing.
Tell people you have to be up early in the morning and that you're not feeling well.
Yeah,
lie.
You're on meds, it's always nice.
On this
I'm
podcast,
driving.
we'll teach you how to lie.
Teach you how to lie, teach you how to wank, teach you how to Dougie. Keep motivated. Stay positive. Remind yourself of all the great reasons why you don't want to drink and how much better you will feel the next day.
I think what we're saying here, Hamish, I'm sorry, sober hermits, is that you should still go.
You should.
You can attend a traditional event or celebration and not give in. Show them that traditions are made to be broken, that the ritual can still be fun sober. Clear the path for others and your own sobriety. Change the ingrained toxic culture that has poisoned traditions for many, many years. Let's make turning up for everything with a fizzy water the tradition. It's better for everyone, dead or alive.
Nicely said. You can't allow tradition to get in the way of innovation. There's a need to respect the past, but it's a mistake to revere your past. When you create something new, you're breaking tradition, which is an act of defiance. We're basically saying we're fucking rock and roll.
Yeah.
We're the only rock and rollers with sparkling water at a party.
Well, I do think, Hamish, there is something rock and roll as being the one person that isn't the sheep, isn't there?
Yeah.
They've got to be the one person that is going to this massive boozing event, a tradition, whatever it is, and being the one that stands out as probably the party pooper. But to do that and be proud of it takes some massive bollocks, if you ask me.
So I want to finish this episode with a quote. This is from Kirsty in Brighton. We love Brighton.
We love Brighton.
We cannot love Brighton more.
Well, I could have loved it more if I could remember actually living there for 5 years, which apparently I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
A lot of your self-respect was left in Brighton.
Yes, it was on the floor of the Big Boot Boutique.
This is a 5-star review, which I'm very happy with, called Podcasting Gold is the title.
Oh, yes.
This podcast is life-changing and very funny. Hands down, Sober Awkward changes thinking around alcohol, sheds light on grey area drinking, and challenges the status quo that alcohol is required to have a good time. One penis joke at a time, Vic and Hamish prove this is not the case. For anyone curious to learn about alcohol and its effects, I recommend you start here.
Oh, God. So someone's going to review this episode and said, I really love Sober Awkward. I learnt so much about traditions and I now wank before every event I go to.
I'm sorry.
It's been so helpful.
If someone comes up to us at a live show and says, hey, Vic, you are responsible for my masturbation, I don't know how to carry on that conversation.
I'd be happy about it, quite
I don't know if I
honestly.
apologise or say, you're welcome.
No, I'd say I wouldn't shake them by the hand.
No, hell no. Just wave.
Yeah, just wave
and
back
retreat.
away. If you're questioning your relationship with booze, you're struggling to moderate, or your hangovers are causing anxiety, it might be time to reach out for some support.
Yeah, just talk to a mate about how you're feeling, contact a local doctor, find an AA or sobriety group. Vic's got one.
Yeah, just head to www.cuppa.community.
Remember, if you're questioning yourself, it might be time to seek support.
Even though this journey can be awkward, it is definitely worth it. And if you've enjoyed the Sober Awkward podcast, don't forget to review it, rate it, and share it with your mates.
Do they have to share it with their mates?
Yeah, of course they do. I'm not doing this for nothing, Hamish. Bloody hell.
How do they share it?
I don't know, just write it on the...
Hey friends, it's Nikayla from the podcast Side Hustle Pro. I'm always looking for ways to keep my kids entertained without screens, and the Yoto Mini has been a total lifesaver. My kids are obsessed. Yoto is a screen-free audio player where kids just pop in a card and listen. Hours of stories, music, podcasts, and more, and no screens or ads. With hundreds of options for ages 0 to 12, it's the perfect gift they'll go back to again and again. Check it out at yotoplay.com. YOTOPLAY.com.
Hey, I'm Paige DeSorbo, and I'm always thinking about underwear.
I'm Hannah Berner, and I'm also thinking about underwear, but I prefer full coverage. I like to call them my granny panties.
Actually, I never think about underwear. That's the magic of Tommy John.
Same. They're so light and so comfy, and if it's not comfortable, I'm not wearing it.
And the bras, soft, supportive, and actually breathable.
Yes, Lord knows the girls need to breathe. Also, I need my PJs to breathe and be buttery soft and stretchy enough for my dramatic tossing and turning at night. That's why I live in my Tommy John pajamas.
Plus, they're so cute because they fit perfectly.
Put yourself on to Tommy John.
Upgrade your drawer with Tommy John. Save 25% for a limited time at TommyJohn.com/comfort. See site for details. Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson star in Die My Love, a ferocious portrait of a woman engulfed by love and madness. Lawrence and Pattinson play a passionate couple who, after moving to an isolated house in the country, find their relationship unraveling following the birth of their first child. Vanity Fair hails Lawrence's performance as astonishing, and Time calls it the kind of performance you go to the movies for. From director Lynn Ramsey, Die My Love is now playing only in theaters, rated R.
So, as you probably know, my comedy memoir, 1,000 Wasted Sundays, is officially out. All my magnificent fuck-uppery in one awkward hit. If you'd like to get your hands on a copy, it's now available from all good bookstores.
We always say all good bookstores, don't we?
Yeah.
Are there bad
No,
bookstores?
it's probably ones with moody sellers.
Oh yeah, really
Yeah.
depressed librarian folk.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. So there are probably some, but we're only storing it in the good ones.
It's only made it into the goodies.
You can also get it from all good online retailers. The print version and ebook are out now, and the audiobook will be available in March. I've been writing my memoir for 5 years. It will make you laugh, cry and cringe, and hopefully inspire a few people to reconsider their relationship with booze. If you love the podcast, then I think you'll love the book, even if I do say so myself. Hamish has read it. What did you think?
I feel like I know a little bit too much about you now, to be honest, Vic. Look, I really loved it. It was hilarious and surprisingly moving, but I feel like I've seen you naked in a literary sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's worrying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From an emotional point of view, seriously, it wobbled my teeny weeny wooden heart, Vic.
Okay.
My teeny little wooden heart.
Well, his teeny little, his wooden heart is broken. Anyway, so if you do manage to get your filthy mitts on a copy, please do me a favour and head to goodreads.com and give me a review. Doing that will help me get it out there to those that need a bit of sober support. So there you have it. My story, unwanted warts and all. Come and get awkward with me.
Not to be too demanding or anything, but seriously, go and buy it
Yeah,
now.
go and buy it. Go and buy it right now.
Yeah, don't just tell your friends, buy it, and then buy your friends one or two.
Yeah, don't give them a copy. Buy it. Yeah.
And you know what? Don't be careful where you store it. If you lose it, you can always buy another 5.
Buy another one.
Yeah.